Alright, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching me from. This is Mr. Manuel here once again, and we are here to tackle the topic products of prime. Products of prime. And as usual, let us copy the notes, right? Pause the video and make sure you copy the notes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you've copied the notes, congratulations to you. We are just going to head towards the explanation and then we start solving questions. Product of prime is a very brief topic, so I don't see a need for you to be doubting your understanding, alright? Okay, let us start. So, products of prime. The first statement is a product of prime has only prime numbers in the multiplication. A product of prime has only prime numbers in the multiplication. What are we trying to say? We know a prime number, or we know prime numbers from basic number 5 right to basic number 7, right? A prime number is a number that has only two factors. That is 1 and the number itself. 1 and the number itself. For example, if I have 2, the only factors I'm going to get for 2 is 2 times 1. There are no other factors I can get from 2. Then it should tell you 2 is a prime number. For example, let's take 9. When I take 9, I have 919. But I also have 339. So 9 is not a prime number. Let's pick another example. 5. 5 times 1 is 5 years. Do we have any other factors that we can multiply to get 5? No. Then it means 5 is a prime number. So a prime number is a number that has only two different factors. That is 1 and the number itself. 1 times 5. That is it. Are we okay? Now, note behind. Product means an answer for a multiplication. Product means an answer for a multiplication. So you can be asked to multiply, let's say 2 times 3, or find the product of 2 and 3. We mean the same thing, just multiply, okay? Just like how we say the quotient. Quotient is an answer for division. Product is an answer for any multiplication you do. So, for example, the product of 2 and 2 is 4. That is 2 times 2. You see, it's 4. So you can be asked products of prime. So make sure you are multiplying prime numbers as your answer at the end of the day. You get the understanding, no worry. Let's look at some key points to note. We've already discussed a prime number, so we are not going to go to that. Let's look at the first one. It says, in products of prime, numbers will be given to you to find the prime factors in index forms. So what you are entitled to do is, we'll give you the numbers that you are supposed to find their products of prime. When you finish, you can get repeating prime numbers and you just have to find the index form or the power form or the exponent form. If you weren't able to take part in the lesson on indices, that is index forms, you can go back to the videos in the channel and then you learn before you continue with this, all right? Because you're going to borrow ideas from there. All right, let's proceed. We've talked about this already, a prime number. We know what a prime number is now. The next one, always make sure to break numbers down until you cannot simplify further. So the numbers you'll be given to find their product of prime, always make sure you simplify to the lowest term, and the lowest term will be the prime numbers. Because if I have 5 times 1 to be equal to 5 and no other factor, then it means that is the simplest form. And finally, express your results in index forms. Express your results in index forms. We've learned about index forms already, so you know what I'm talking about. We are going to raise repeated multiplying numbers in their index forms. I'm going to pick a couple of examples. I'll solve the first and second one with you, and then I'll give you a trial to solve on your own. All right, these are the questions under example 1 that I'm going to solve to you. I said 2, but I've changed my mind. Let me make it 3, right? So it says express the following as products of prime using index notation. Express the following as products of prime using index notation. The first number is 180, the second one is 72, and the last is 64. Let us see how we go about this. So solution, we are expressing as products of prime. It's very simple. You are just going to follow the rules I gave you earlier on. That is the key points you noted. So we have 180, that is for I. You put your equal to sign there. Now you look for two numbers that if you multiply you get 180. I am going in for 2 and 90. When you multiply 2 times 90, you are going to get 180. So 2 times 90. Now you keep repeating everything you wrote in the previous step until you break down the bigger number into a prime number. We cannot break 2 down. 2, 1, 2. That is all. So 2 is our prime number now here. So you maintain that one times, we can break 90. 2 times 45 will give us 90. You can also look for any other factor. It can be 3 times 30, anyone you prefer. All right, but I am going in for 2 times 45. So this 2 here is for this 2, and this 2 times 45 here is for this 90. Are we okay? So we constantly break every big number down until we get a prime number. So here we have 2 times 2 times, we can break 45 down, right? I'm going in for 5 times 9. 5 9 is 45. So 5 times 9. We can still break 9 down, alright? So we have 2 times 2 times 5 times. We also look for multiples or factors that if you multiply, we get 9. I'm going in for 3 times 3, definitely. 3 times 3. Now, when you get to this stage, you realize that you can no more simplify any other number. And it should tell you that all numbers multiplying here are prime numbers. But before you get the whole the whole answer correct, you have to arrange the numbers accordingly. Alright, so from 2, 3 must come before 5. Alright, so we have 2 times 2, then 3 follows, times 3 times 3, then times 5. Now we then express our products in index form, right? We did that yesterday. We have 2 times 2, so 2 multiplying itself 2 times, so 2 multiplying itself 2 times, all right, times 3 is multiplying itself 2 times, so 3 is multiplying itself 2 times, 5 is multiplying itself 1 time, so you just repeat 5. Remember, any number exponent 1 is the same number from index forms, right? That is all about products of prime. You can copy, and let's take the second one, that is 72. All right, so for 72, let's look for two numbers that if you multiply you get 72. We have 9 times 8. 9 times 8. That's what I'm going in for. You can choose any number of your choice. It can be 2 times whatever, so far as they give us our answer to be whatever you are finding the product of prime for. Are we okay? So 9 8 gives us 72. So we are going to break the 9 down. 3 times 3 gives us 9. Then the times comes, right? We can break 8 down. That is 2 times 4 gives us 8, right? We can't break 3 down. It's a prime number. We can't break 3. We can't break 2, but we can break 4, right? So we have 3 times 3 times 2 times, you can break 4. That is 2 times 2. We can't break any other number down further, right? So you arrange 2, 2, 2. So 2 times 2 times 2 before 3, 3 times 3 times 3. In index form, 2 is multiplying itself 3 times. So 2 is multiplying itself 3 times. By 3 is multiplying itself 2 times. That is the answer for the second one. Now let us try the last one, and I give you some trials for you to work it out on your own, right? That is I 64. I am going in for 8 times 8. 8 times 8 gives us 64, right? 8 times 8. We can break 8 down, right? We have 2 times 4 times 2 times 4. Are we okay? We cannot break the 2 down, but we can break the 4 down, alright? So we have 2 times, when we break 4 down, we are going to get 2 times 2 times 2 times, we can break our 4 down, that is 2 times 2. Are you okay? Now we have 2 multiplying itself 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. So 2 is multiplying itself 6 times. That is our answer. So the next set will be solved by you. Alright? So make sure you copy in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, this is your trial. You're going to solve example 2 on your own. Now make sure you pause the video and then you solve before you come back to watch the solutions. If you cheat, God is watching you. Alright, so pause the video in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, let's look at the solutions. So express the following numbers as products of primes. So the same idea, the same concept. 81. You pick 2 numbers that if you multiply you get 81. I'm going in for 9 times 9. 9 times 9 gives us 81, right? Now you look for 2 numbers that if you multiply you get 9. We are trying to break 9 down because it is not a prime number, right? I'm going in for 3 times 3 times the same thing for the other 9, right? You have 3 times 3. Now you express your final answer in index form. 3 is multiplying itself 1, 2, 3, 4 times. So 3 is multiplying itself 4 times. 3 exponent 4. That was I 49. As usual, we look for 2 numbers that if you multiply you get 49, right? 7 times 7. That is what I'm going in for. 7 by 7 gives us 49. Are we okay? Now you can't break 7 down because it has only 2 different factors, 7 and then 1. That is all. 7 times 1 is 7. You can't break 7 down anymore, which means 7 is a prime number. This becomes our final answer, but it must be expressed in an index form. So 7 is multiplying itself 2 times. 7 multiplies itself 2 times. And the last one, that is 90. I'm going in for 10 times 9. We can break 10 down. We'll have 2 times 5 times, and then that of 9, we can have 3 times 3. Now we cannot break down any other number in the multiplication system we have here, right? So we arrange as we did in the first example, 2 times 3 times 3 before 5, and then how you express your answer in index form. So we have 2 times 3 is multiplying itself 2 times 5. That is our final answer. If you were able to do it, kudos.